Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports. We've got another prize picks video for you. We're going to be talking about the NBA slate on Saturday, December 16th. We've got 10 games. We've got 3 NFL games as well. Should be a fun Saturday full of options for prize picks. We're like a little bit out of it right now. It's like almost 3:30 a.m. Where I'm at, and 2:30 a.m. where Jordy's at. But we wanted to get the best picks we possibly could for the first look video, because it's not really just first look for us, because we don't do the daily show on Saturday and Sunday. So we wanted to get you 6 picks for the NBA slate, and we did. We feel good about all 6 of them, but we just had to stay up late to do it. So before we get into our picks, if you've never tried Prize Picks, use our promo code at the bottom of the screen, and they'll double your first deposit up to $100. You will get just anything you put in, they'll match it. And if you go for the full 100, you'll get 200 to play with. It's a great deal. You should take advantage of it. Just use our code, and they'll hook you up with that deal. And if you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell. And if you feel like it, like the video, it helps us. We're trying to build our channel, and the likes help us get into the algorithm and all that. It's really helpful. So if you feel inclined now or by the end of the video, just hit the like button. All right, we're going to do a recap real fast before we get into these picks for the Saturday slate. We've been knocking on the door, man. We're like getting close. I can feel the full sweep coming. Hopefully it's on Saturday. So yeah, for the night video on the Friday slate, I took Tobias Harris over 5.5 rebounds. He ended up going for 7. I said I was keeping it simple. Went double rebound. I took CJ McCollum rebounds over 3.5. He went for 5. What did you have for the night video, Jordan?
So for the night one, let's see here. So I took Herbert Jones for under his blocks and steals at 2.5, and he went for only 2, so we hit there. He stayed under. And then I took Bruce Brown for 3 assists, and he only had 1. I was kind of disappointed in that whole thing. He had 1 pretty early on, and then he just never got another one, so a little disappointing.
Yeah, it was a feeling like he was going to hit that, and especially in that monster of an over-under. Like that was one of the picks I felt really good about.
Me too.
And then for the daily show, I took Nurkic over 13.5 rebounds and assists. He ended up going for 14. He cashed for us, but my Suns, my gosh, Jalen Brunson just took over that game. Suns got to figure some stuff out. I don't want to go down a depressing rabbit hole right now, but I really don't know what we are at this point. I don't know that they know either, but Nurk did hit for us. And then I took Franz Wagner. I took him for over 28.5 PRA. Was feeling good about it. He came close. He ended up going for 27-ish. The rest of the team had a great game. Yeah, he went for 17 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. He was on a heater. He had been going and hitting that line for a long time, and he just barely missed it. But yeah, you had a bunch of other guys kind of going off in that game, so he was a little bit less needed. But they still lost the game. I mean, that was a tough matchup against Boston, but I felt good about it. Took it, missed it. What did you have for the day video?
So I took Randall's PRA over, or PR, and I felt pretty good about it. It was at 34.5.
33.5 at first, and I think it moved to 34.
It moved right before the video to 34, and I felt good about it, both of them. So we needed 35, and he hit 31. It was the Jalen Brunson show tonight. He scored 35 points in the second half. So Randall really didn't need to touch the ball for them to win that game. And then I took Jabari Smith, like I told you guys. That was unlike him last game. He hit it this time. He went for 14. We needed him for 11, so that was good.
Yeah. Man, we were so close. Like,
Yeah.
I had a 6-man slip. It was my 30x. I just needed, like, Booker. I took his PRA and it was 39.5, and he went for 39. And then it all came down to that Randall play, and so close. But anyways, let's get into our picks. So to get us started, I'm going to be going with a pretty impressive prop, in my opinion, and that's going to be Brook Lopez's blocks. I've just got to take this because it's crazy what he's doing right now. We're going to take him for more than 2.5 blocks. He is the leading shot blocker in the NBA right now. He hasn't gone under 3 in 5 games. He had 6 against Indiana. And then last time he played Indiana, he had 4. It's just wild what he's doing right now. So I'm honestly taking this because I think it's fun to take. And I think this will stay on the board for a while. So if we look at what he's averaging over his last 5 games, he's averaging 4 blocks a game. So I feel comfortable with him getting 2.5. If we look at the matchup here, Detroit is actually allowing almost 4 blocks per game to centers as well. So this is like just the perfect storm for him to keep crushing this. We probably do have to worry a little bit about a blowout, but I think that he can get to 3 before that. That's right. DraftKings does not have the over-under for this game up yet. They're like, no one's betting on this. Like, it's not a big deal. But we're going to take it, though. This is super juiced to go over. If we head over to Daily Grind, we've got a BetMGM with a minus 140 for this to go over. Daily Grind has it at just under 54% odds to hit. I think the only thing that could get in the way of this is a blowout, but again, since it's only 2.5 and he's averaging 3, all the other indicators are pointing for him to be able to hit this. So I think him hitting this is going to be part of a blowout being had. So I feel comfortable taking it. I'm going to be throwing it in some slips. And my next play is going to be a rebounds prop. And I'm going to be taking Jonathan Kaminga over 4.5 rebounds. He's been trending in the right direction with this. And now that we know Draymond Green is going to be out indefinitely because of the way he like physically attacks people, I feel good about Kaminga continuing to get great minutes and having plenty of opportunities to grab boards. His minutes have definitely gone up whenever Draymond's out, jumping up into the mid to high 20s. And he's been averaging over his last 5 games 5.2 rebounds per game. So I feel good about this. And if we look at the matchup here, Brooklyn is allowing almost 10 rebounds a game to power forwards. So he just needs half of their average to hit this. So 4.5's low. This will probably get moved before game time, but we're going to take it. If we hop over to Daily Grind here and look at what the odds makers are saying, this one has a 53.81, so just under 54% chance of going over as well, kind of like the Brook Lopez prop. And BetMGM also has this at a minus 140 to go over. A lot of odds makers are really expecting this to go over. So I feel good about him hitting this as well. Let's see if we do have the over under for this game. Yeah, so 234.5 over under, with the Warriors favored by 3.5 points. So shouldn't be too concerned about a blowout. Relatively high scoring game. Should be a fun matchup. He'll have plenty of time to get this done. So we're going to take that. And then my last play, dude, I just forgot my last play. You screenshot it, right?
Uh-huh.
Because I still have SGA written down. Sorry, I am sleepy.
Yeah, it's all good. Dude, I was dead when you were like, because he physically attacks people. I started laughing so hard.
All right, so are we still rolling?
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, I'm going to be taking Coby White to go over 26.5 PR. And the juice on this is kind of 50-50. I'm not even going to get into the odds makers because they all kind of have this 50-50 or somewhat to the under. But I'm going to keep rolling with him here. He's been getting insane minutes. I think that because statistically the matchup is not favoring the point guard position that much. If we take a look here, I mean, it technically is. I think it's just the rebounds, since they technically don't give up a ton of rebounds to point guards. I think that has, part of the reason why some of the odds makers are just leaving this at 50-50. But if you look at, they're allowing just under 25 points per game and 5.2 rebounds per game. And like I said, his minutes lately, if we take a look here, he's averaging just under 40 minutes a game. It's crazy. He's like always on the floor. He played 40 minutes last time they played Miami, which was 2 days ago. So in that game, he went for 26.7 rebounds. He's been averaging 25.8 points per game and 6 rebounds per game. So if he just hits what he's been averaging, we know he's going to be getting plenty of minutes to get it done. And the matchup isn't that bad. So regardless of what the odds makers are saying, I'm going to be rolling with it. And if we take a look at the over-under here, we have a 217 over-under with the Heat favored by 5 points. And so, yeah, that's going to be my last play. That's the 3 I've got for the Saturday slate. What do you got for us, Jordy?
Yeah, man. So to get me started here, I'm going to be going with a points and assist prop. I'm going to be going with the guy who doesn't attack anybody. I'm going to go with Cade Cunningham for over 25.5 points and assists. Over on the daily grind, if we look at this one, this is the top play right now. If I can clear all this other stuff for the NBA. They've got it super juiced up here at a 54.46% chance to go over. DraftKings Sportsbook has this as a minus 160, and it didn't show BetMGM, but I went and looked it up on their website, and it's a minus 140 to go over, so they like it as well. It's just a little low. This is usually set at like 27.5, 26.5, but 25.5 is a great deal, so try to snag it there. It's just right below, what he's doing every game. And, if we look at his last 10 games and the way he's been trending, he's been fantastic. He's averaging 32 minutes a game, and he got in foul trouble against Philly in the last matchup, and he just had a terrible game. Obviously, you can see he shot 9 times for 22%, which is terrible. But that was just a bad game for him. But, regularly, he's shooting the ball 17, almost 18 times per game, and he's scoring 21 points, and he's getting almost 7 assists. So I like him to go over this. I think it's pretty low for him, and I think he'll have a good bounce back game. It's a pretty good matchup against Milwaukee too. If you look at what they're giving up, let's see here, to point guard, they're actually giving up really a lot. They're giving up 26.5 points and 8.7 rebounds to point guard. So really good matchup for him. Milwaukee's really dangerous down in the paint, obviously, but they do give up a lot of points on the perimeter. So I'd like him to go over this. And then for my next pick here, let's see. Sorry, I'm just like, my brain is not firing fast tonight because I am so tired. But on my next play here, I'm going to be going with Kyle Lowry. He is not gone over this a lot. I'm just thinking of what Tyreek Hill said when he was like saying who could squat the most, and he said probably Kyle Lowry because he's got a big butt. So I always think about that now when I see him. But he's gone under this in 7 out of his last 10 games and 4 out of his last 5. I can't hold it together. So I'm going to be taking him for under on this one. If we look at his last 10 games, he's not getting a lot. He's staying at around 6.5. And this is projected for 8.5. I don't know why. it's so high. There's no Bam Adebayo still. And there's no, I can see Russo laughing on the other screen, so he's distracting me. But
Sorry, man.
it's all good. We're slap happy if you can't tell. But this over under is not very high, so it's not like there's gonna be a crazy amount of opportunities. I gotta pause, dude. I've composed myself, so I'm taking Kyle Lowry for under 8.5 rebounds and assists. He's not coming close to this in a lot of his games. Some of them he is, but I like him to go under here. This is actually a minus 135 and a minus 140 on MGM for him to go under this. He's gone under this in 7 out of his last 10 games and 4 out of his last 5. So I like him to go under this here. He's only gone over it in teams that are top 5 in pace, like Milwaukee and Charlotte and all these different teams. So like teams where they're playing at a slower pace, like Chicago is, he's not going over it. So I like him to go under here. Moving on, I'm gonna go with Jalen Williams. I'm taking his under also on his rebounds and assists. He hasn't even been coming close to this either. I took him in the last video and it hit. Denver is pretty tough too. This is not a super tough matchup for him, but it's not a great one. With the way that Michael Porter and Aaron Gordon and all these guys have been rebounding the ball lately, I think this is a pretty tough matchup for him. And, Josh Giddey and him are splitting a ton of minutes, and Giddey is playing pretty well. So I like him to stay under here. This is also a minus 135 to go under. And if we look at his last 5 games, he hasn't even, I think he's only gone over this once in his last 5 games. So I like this to go under as well here. He's gone over it twice in the last 5, but with the trend lately and how he's been playing, his minutes are getting hacked down too. Like if you look at his minutes here, he had 22 against Utah, 29 against Sacramento, and against Denver, I think he's going to be looking at a pretty similar situation here. So I just feel pretty good about this one. So that's my 3. That's what I got.
Awesome. Yeah, so those are the 6 we've got for you. Sorry, we got a little slap happy.
Yeah, for sure.
It's so late. It's 3:45 here where I'm at. But we stayed up late because we wanted to get a solid set of picks for Saturday, since we're not going to be doing the daily show, and we wanted to give you 6. So we feel good about all these. We've already got them locked in. Guys, have a lot of fun. Enjoy your Saturday. We've got NFL, we've got NBA, and we've got a pretty wild UFC card. So a lot of entertainment for us on the weekend. So enjoy yourself. Thanks for watching. Again, if you're interested in checking out the Daily Grind DFS Optimizer, they're hooking up our viewers with 25% off since we partnered up with them. So there's a link in the description. Just use the code BACKDOOR and they'll hook you up with that deal. It's been a really great tool for us. And if you're interested, check it out. Check out our Discord. We hope you guys have a good weekend, and we will catch you in the next video.
Good luck, guys.